Hello, hello. Still remembering how to stream. Hold up. House of the Dragon talk? Oh, of course we can. I mean, just in time for the new episode tonight. And I'm doing very well. Certainly a lot better than I was there for a little while. Had quite a rough patch. And it's good to see you. What about House of the Dragon did you want to talk about? There are so many topics of conversation. I could discuss the various dragons, the potential of upcoming episodes. I will try to not be super spoilery just because I have read the book. I don't remember everything from the book, though. I'm not like a treasure trove of knowledge when it comes to it. There has been a gnat in my room that is bugging the hell out of me. I'm going to get him at some point. The lights are attracting him, too. But why is it a long day for you tomorrow as well? I'm also going to be having a long weekend. I have a massage I need to go get to tomorrow, which I know that like, oh, it's a long weekend. I'm so busy. I'm gonna go get a massage. It's for work. We're getting a free massage for every one of us hosts so that we can better explain it and all that. So that'll be nice. But then the day after, I have a dentist appointment, which is going to suck and not be great. Hey, Aubrey. And yes, it has been quite a minute. I've been wanting to do streams ever since I came back to making videos, which hopefully you guys have been enjoying. Been really trying to stick to like one a week, and I'm going to try and keep doing that even after House of the Dragon is done. Do one a week for Interview with the Vampire Season 2, which I know people have been really getting on my ass about for doing. I promise I'm going to do it. I promise. I will be doing that, and once that's done, if another new show hasn't caught my interest, I'll probably get back to The Leftovers. Even though The Leftovers was a show that I really had to take a break from, mostly for my mental health, because that show is like dark, like just really depressingly dark in real ways, that I was like, this is a little too much for me at the moment. I feel like I'm in a good enough place to go back to it, though. But it probably won't be for a little while. Like I said, got to finish House of the Dragon. Then I'll do Interview with the Vampire. And if another show has not started that I'm really interested in doing, I'll do that as well. Yeah, just in general. I'm a busy boy here lately. I don't want to overpromise more than one video a week for like the foreseeable future, just because, again, work is exhausting. They're 10-hour shifts, so I do get 3 days off, which is nice. It's how I've been able to do all of my artwork and my videos in a fairly timely manner. Like, if any of you are following my artwork, man, I have been cooking on that. Oh, you're in a new job. That's great. No, I feel you there, Tina. Shayna, oh, I've missed you too. Ah, playing some Fortnite. I still have not played a single game of Fortnite. I don't know why. I can't get into it. There's something about it that is just like I can't. I'll get a little bit of the background music going for us, just so it's not too quiet as well. that good? Tell me if it's too loud. Yeah, House of the Dragon. Oh boy, I've been really enjoying that show. It is becoming a fast, like, top 10 for me. It's everything I really wanted Game of Thrones to be, like, very heavily focused on the political drama and the character relations, with the action and spectacle being kind of second to that. I really, really like House of the Dragon. Tonight's episode should be a big one. Again, I'll go into a little bit what I think it's going to be about. But again, I'm trying not to say it in too spoilery of a way. They introduced at the end of the last episode, spoilers for anyone who's not caught up on House of the Dragon, by the way. They introduced the idea of the dragon seeds, and that they are going to start looking for more people to become dragon riders. I'm trying to be really careful how I say this. So I think we're going to get a direct continuation of that. Possibly discovering one of them? I don't know how to say it without spoiling it. Like, they've been hinting at it pretty hard in this season, if you've been paying attention to a couple key scenes. I almost said where, but that I feel like would give it away pretty obviously. They've been hinting at it pretty hard with several key scenes, so I think we will be discovering a new Dragon Rider in this new episode. I think. I don't know. The pacing of it has been very slow, which is a good thing, I think. I'm glad they're not rushing through all of this, which they very easily could have, considering the book is written like a historical document without any major details in there. They could have very easily just been like, all right, big event, next big event, next big event, and just continued on like that. And I'm glad they didn't do that. I appreciate them taking their time with it all. But you guys tell me, switching topics for just a moment, what have you all been thinking of the new season for Interview with the Vampire? Because I was super, super hesitant on watching it. Mostly because of the recast on Claudia. I'm like, I don't want a new Claudia. She was so perfect in the first season. I really, really liked her. Justin, oh, it's good to see you too. And I've been doing very good, Justin. Very, very good. I just bought a new car, which I will not be showing just for, I don't know, security reasons. Like, I almost posted it on my Instagram, which I still might, because I don't think it gives away, like, where I live. But, you know, just trying to be more careful about those kinds of things. But I did get a new car, and it's very nice. And I got a new PC, so I can actually do more on my PC. I can play PC games for you all, which, tell me if you want me to do that. We can play some Baldur's Gate right now. I'd be super down for that. The one who will ride the second largest dragon. I don't think so, Tina. I think what they're going to introduce is a different dragon rider. I think. I could be surprised. I don't know. I really like this new season. New casting of Claudia kind of does feel like a different performance, but it fits so much. Okay. That makes me excited and hesitant, because again, I loved the performance for the original actor. But I'm willing to be open-minded about it and, you know, see where it goes. And absolutely, I am loving my new car. There is some minor little issues I need to take it in for, just because I did buy it used. I'm not buying a brand new car. That's way, way too expensive and for no reason. But just tiny little things that I need to get fixed up, mostly for me just wanting it to be perfect. But I really like it. It's got all the bells and whistles that I've never had on a car before, so been enjoying having a backup camera and, you know, like lane assist, and I never even had cruise control before, and that's been a real treat. Work at a call center for like Slovak version or something like Netflix. Okay. Honestly, that just sounds kind of nice. Call center jobs can be quite exhausting and at times tedious, but at the same time, there's a lot of benefits to a job like that for sure. Oh, I hope they like and keep you too. Haven't seen any of Interview with the Vampire, Tina. I recommend it 100%. I really enjoyed that first season. It's a very gothic, dark romance story that is surprisingly funny. Like, there's a lot of comedy in the show that I appreciated, but it never overtakes like how serious the story is. What happened to my hand? Oh, this is just my this is the little glove I wear when I'm doing my artwork. It keeps the oils from your hand from like staining your tablet, so my hand is fine. New actress for Claudia makes her a lot darker and cynical. I mean, she was already fairly dark and cynical in the first season. For the most part, I think she was. And she has a lot to be very bitter about. I'll give you a spoiler there, Tina. Kristen Cole does not become a dragon rider. Thank fucking God. I love how much everyone hates Kristen Cole. Just because when I was reading the book, I'm like, oh my God, I despise this character. Like, I really hope they can capture how awful he is in the actual show, and they've done such a good job. Like, that actor seems like such a sweetheart in real life, and he plays that character so perfectly. So perfectly. I have not been watching any other reaction channels for anything, actually. Been trying to not let it influence like how I make my videos or anything. Just kind of want to stick to my style. Unless there's one that you highly recommend I do check out or something. Oh, they got better contact. I mean, I thought the contacts in the first season were actually very good. It was one of the things I remember complimenting a lot in my reactions for it. What's up, Savage? I realize my mouth is insanely dry, so I'm probably going to have to go run and grab some water in just a second, but I'm trying to hold off as long as I can. Fabian the person, but hate Kristen Cole. He can burn like coal. No, absolutely, 100%. He is utter trash. I cannot stand him. He is the actual worst. Unlike Aemond, who is awful, Aemond and Daemon are two of those characters where I'm like, you're awful, you're terrible people, you should die, you deserve it. But I also don't really want you to, because you were such good characters, and I do enjoy just seeing you do your thing. Like, they're so great. Kristen Cole, I'm like, I just want you to die. I really can't stand you. Your presence irritates me beyond belief. Gives a comedic view of the show. Okay. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find the comedy in that show. It is quite heavy material. It's very dark. But there are definitely moments that I've laughed at before, because it's got its, certain situations that are ridiculous, and you kind of can't help laughing at it. Or it's just so awful you can't help laughing at it. And Shayna, I don't know if you were here when I said it, but I'm more than likely, after Interview with the Vampire, like when I'm done doing those reactions, probably going to get back to The Leftovers, unless another show has come along that I really, really want to watch. Because that show has... Like, calling that show dark and cynical is an understatement. And again, with my mental health being at the forefront nowadays, I'm trying to avoid getting too deep into something like that. But I feel like I'm in a good enough place where I could handle the show again. But there for a while, I was like, I cannot. Eamon is trying to mirror Damon for sure. Oh, 100%. He wants to fight and overcome his uncle at one point, but he's definitely, trying to be him, which is always entertaining to see at the least. And yeah, I think Allison can lead, but, they won't let her, which I suppose by default means she can't lead. But yeah, they're like, you're just a weak woman, we won't allow you, which is too bad. In many ways, I feel bad for Allison, and in many ways, I do not. And yeah, her and Rhaenyra are quite similar, but also quite different. Like, again, that's one thing I love about the show, is the characters are super, super complex. There is not a two-dimensional character that I can point at. Even Kristen Cole, as much as I hate him, has a lot of different layers to him. Like, there are ways you can sort of feel bad for certain characters, or at least understand where they're coming from, or ways where you can kind of be on their side and realize they're making a good decision, even if you hate them, or vice versa. Like, to be honest, Rhaenyra has been kind of pissing me off in this season. I love her, but she is being way too nice about the whole situation. I'm like, girl, burn the world down. Like, you were wasting time here. It's really frustrating me. You'll at least get an episode 2, Shayna. I promise you that. But like I said, I had to take a break from that show in particular because it is just so depressing, and it was a little rough for me to get through on that one. All right, nobody go anywhere. Hey, Larion. But yeah, nobody go anywhere. I'm just going to grab water. I will be back in like 30 seconds, I promise. I got the little gnat. Yes. Sorry, that guy has been really bugging me. I'll be right back. I think I'll have myself a little bit of cold pizza as well. And the dog wants to join. Hello, Bubby. Also got 2 new cats that are hopefully... Oh, here she comes. I was going to say hopefully doesn't come in here and try to mess with the blinds on my window, but I guess she wants to come and say hello. Come on. She's a little sweetie. You want down, or do you want to stay up here with me? How tall am I? I am 5'11". So not super tall, not super short either. I wish I was shorter, honestly. What's the matter? And yes, still have Scooby. He was just in here a second ago too. He saw me bring in the pizza and was like, "Ooh, is that for me?" What are you looking at? She's like hyper focused in on something. Is there another gnat? Will you help me catch it? Rhaenyra is definitely Viserys' daughter. Yeah, the Queen of Peaceful Patience. Too peaceful, too patient. I'm like, make a move. They killed your son. Just go for it. Unleash the dragon already. 5'7". A nice, healthy average height. That's honestly how tall I wish I was. I feel like most people are like, I wish I was taller. And I'm like, I really wish I was shorter. I don't like being tall. And it's for pretty much the sole reason of I want to be the small one in a relationship, and it's a little hard when you're not shorter than like 5'8". Oh, why are you being so sweet? How confident do we feel about Aegon living longer to rule again? I cannot comment, because again, I've read the book. I know what's going to happen with that. They're sticking pretty closely to the book when it comes to that story, so I feel confident they're not going to make any major changes. So I cannot comment. You all will have to speculate on that one on your own. I can say he's severely, severely injured. So him living for a long, healthy life is not likely, but anything is possible. After the ending shot of season 1, I was expecting some war crimes. Yeah, I definitely was expecting a bit more of retaliation. Because I will say, in the book, she certainly retaliated. She was not screwing around after the death of her son. In the book, she's just a much less sympathetic character, though. Like, she's kind of a horrible person, actually. And yes, I do have a boyfriend who I can't say too much about. He's very private. But he makes me very, very happy. And we're in an open relationship because it is long distance, and, you know, a man's got needs. And yes, I am, Shayna. I was going to say, Savage, I'm not trying to spoil what happens ahead of time for people who have not read the book, because in some ways I kind of wish I didn't read the book and didn't know where the story was going, because there's some big, big surprises for all you down the road and everything. Like, it's going to be fun. Oh, you think he's going to get the truth out and live long enough for it? Interesting. Who knows? Maybe. Yeah, I never thought I would be into an open relationship because I'm a very jealous, possessive person. But that's been one of the things I've been working on in therapy. And I've become, since knowing him and since going to therapy and since, you know, taking my medication, which I used to be, I don't know, like embarrassed about. I've only just started taking this for about like 2 months now. But in the past, I was like, I never want to be on any kind of medication or anything that makes me feel weak or broken or whatever. But I don't feel that way anymore. Some people just need it. I do not read the books, but I watched the animated Dance of the Dragon. Well, make sure you don't spoil anything then, because I have also seen that, and that gives away like the entirety of the story. They pretty much hit every major beat in there. So make sure not to spoil anything. But I hope you enjoy the show as it plays out. And no, Shayna, I will not tell you. How many times have I spoiled something for you all? Never. I don't spoil things, you know this. Just waiting for Nettles, if they even have her on the show up at this point. I would not be surprised if they do not have Nettles in the show. I also want them to have Nettles, because I think that is a very cool character. But I would not be surprised if they said, you know what? Nah. We'll give that storyline to someone else. I could see pretty easily who they could give it to as well. But again, I will not say that, just in case anyone looks up Nettles and figures out what that whole story's about. Have I watched The Boys? I have seen the first, 2.5 seasons. The show is a little too cynical for me, so it's not my favorite. It was kind of the same issue I was having with Invincible. It's just a little too cynical sometimes, and I'm like, man, the world is already a cynical, terrible place. I don't need more of this in my fantasy. That being, as I watch House of the Dragon, which is also fairly cynical. I actually liked when Game of Thrones got to the seasons past the books, so everything was new. I liked that everything was new, but I think the writing on that show got pretty bad once they got into those final seasons. At the time, I really enjoyed them, but as I've gotten older and reflected on it, I'm like, I don't know, man. They really got away from what I enjoyed about the show, being, again, a political drama, having really complex, interesting characters and dialogue. It got way too action-y for me. But it was very fun theorizing with fans like, ooh, what's gonna happen now? I have no idea. What are you taking medication for? I am bipolar. I don't know if I may have said that in a community post, but yeah, I am bipolar. So I have to take my medication to keep my mood swings in control, which some of you may have even speculated on, as I would have my ups and downs through the past couple years and everything. It makes perfect sense to me now that I've gotten my diagnosis. Sorry, Shayna. I'm sorry. An AC/DC concert. Ooh, very nice. No. Well, I'm sure it'll be fun for everyone, despite the massive amounts of traffic. Oh, they all watch Hot B for Emma. Emma Darcy is a great actor. I really enjoy them. Are you trying to come back? Oh, you can jump up here if you want. Or not, whatever. I just heard that as well, Tina. Yes, Biden has withdrawn his candidacy, and now Kamala Harris will be the one trying to become the president. I guess this is my turn to be cynical. I feel like it is hands down going to be Trump who wins again. I don't want him to, obviously. I've talked about Trump before, but I don't know. I don't see Trump losing this one, unfortunately. It's hard to... What are you doing? You can play with that, whatever. It's hard to say that out loud that you have this disorder because it's not easy to say. It used to not be easy for me to say, but at this point, I'm comfortable with myself. I've learned to have a lot more self-love than I used to. So I'm bipolar. Whatever. Everyone's got something that is either quote-unquote wrong with them or is a part of who they are. So I'm not ashamed of it. You're not allowed to go into the closet. Sorry, ma'am. You can attempt all you want. You're not getting that door open. Fun fact. There was an assassination attempt on our prime minister this year. Whoa. Why is everyone trying to assassinate political leaders? I know they suck, but I feel like the world could do with a little less violence, Excuse me while I eat my pizza. Cold pizza's the best. No one can convince me otherwise. Okay, please. Thank you, Tina. I still have my down days. Everyone does. And my bipolar disorder is it's alleviated by the medication, but it doesn't go away completely. So there's still some times where I'm like, I'm having a bad day, man. I'm having a pretty bad day. But it goes away quicker now. I'm able to recognize what it is. It's all for the best. And agreed, Savage. Not hearing spoilers for every single episode because people who read the books can't keep their mouths shut. It was nice for that reason. That's true. Trump's gonna win. Joe gets to live out his years with his family. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at, Shayna. I'm like, I am not happy about this, but yeah, it is what it is. Like, just gotta live with whatever's gonna happen and try to enjoy our lives, I guess. Emma is a really good actor. And Tina, just so you're aware, Emma Darcy is non-binary, so they go by they, them pronouns. But yeah, Emma is great. They really have a strong presence on the show. I still think I like Millie Alcock's version of the character just a tiny bit better. But that might just be because I enjoy younger Rhaenyra's like rambunctiousness and like I don't give a fuck about the rules. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. And the older Rhaenyra very much understands like I have a place in all of this and I have to obey some of those rules and play around with it. What are you doing? Please don't. I don't even know what she's doing at this point. She's making me nervous. If anyone has a cat, you know full well you cannot trust them with anything. Some people are not ready to come out of the closet, that's true, but who are we talking about? In that particular context? Ooh, barbecue Hawaiian Domino's pizza. That sounds really good right now, actually. Yeah, exactly. Nobody's happy all the time. That's just part of life. And thank you, Savage. Yeah, I'm super consistent when it comes to taking my meds. I have an alarm that goes off every night. There's been, I think, twice that I forgot to take it, and not out of a conscious, like, oh, I don't want to take it for whatever reason. I was just like, I fell asleep, like, before I got the chance to. I just straight up forgot. Oh, the cat. She's not in the closet. She's trying to get in the closet. And now she's trying to get into the windowsill, which I would really prefer if you didn't. It's 112 degrees outside. She's jumping around in a box now. She'll entertain herself, I suppose. No, it's okay, Tina. I just wasn't sure if you knew. And yeah, sometimes it can get confusing because Emma Darcy, they, is playing a female she character, so I can understand where the confusion can come from. You've been out since you were 13? I'm jealous. It took me so long to get there. I have a bull terrier. He would eat an onion if we left it unattended. That's how our dog is. The cat, they don't eat everything, thankfully, but they just get into so much nonsense. Where are you going now? And she's under the bed. Oy vey. On a side note, has anyone seen some interviews between Emma Darcy and Olivia Cook? Because those two are so fucking funny and cute together. They have such great chemistry. It makes me sad that they don't get more scenes on the show. I do still have my same roommates, Shayna. One of them helped me kind of start the process of getting the new car because I had no idea like what the hell I was doing. The other one has a girlfriend now, so I get to see her very often, and she's lovely. I'm pretty sure I knew since I was a boy as well. I just denied as like long as I possibly could. There's a puppy interview? Hold on, I have to watch this puppy interview now. And I have 2 monitors, so I can actually keep track of it and the chat at the same time. Aren't I cool? Puppy interview. Emma Darcy. Oh my god, it's with all of them. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. I love these types of interviews. They're so cute. Me too, Shayna. I mean, they're like some of my best friends. I don't ever plan on like not having them in my life one way or another. And damn right it's hard to date nowadays. Oh, look at the puppy. They're so cute. I had Pride yesterday in my country. Totally forgot it was yesterday. I mean, I didn't do anything for Pride Month this year either, just because I was busy with so many different things. At work, I would... What are you doing? And there she goes. But yeah, I was just too busy to do anything fun for Pride, unfortunately. I would just... annoy my coworkers with being like, you can't be mean to me and I don't have to work because it's my month. Okay. I would just like walk away. I was like, can I show it without getting copyright claimed? I feel like I always run into this issue. I'll give it a try. It's an interview. Like, how bad can it be? Hold on, let me try. Ma'am, please don't ruin my blinds. You're not an outdoor cat, just accept that the outside world isn't for you. I'm sure people will have a field day with my, what's it called? My bookmarks there. It's like 20% of them. It's not offensive. Sexuality is a spectrum. Some people are You know, a little more in tune with the opposite sex or the same sex, and some people aren't. I feel like the entire cast here has like ADHD. None of them are able to focus in like any of the interviews they do. They are my brothers at this point, I agree. Oh, I'm sorry, Shayna. I'm glad someone has reasonable optimism here, Jim. Tina, that's a bit of a wild ride in terms of your living situation, but I'm glad it seems to have worked out well for you. Well, Tina, I promise I would tell you if you ever said something offensive or anything like that, but I have never seen the likes from you, so no worries. I always am savage, don't ever forget that. Matt Smith is another actor who I've never been like the biggest fan of in the past, but he is just killing it on House of the Dragon. I think he is so good. Yeah, that puppy in Emma's lap is definitely very, oh, it's very comfy. Well, it's puppies. That's what happens. Do I find Matt Smith attractive? Kind of. It's not really my type, but at the same time, I mean, he could get it. If I'm being 100% honest, this is gonna be like really terrible and judgmental of me. The fact that he like doesn't have eyebrows is a little strange to me. I realize that's not like of any choice of his, but it's like weirdly distracting for me. It's something I always notice. It's not a deal breaker, I'm just saying. It's something that puts a little chink in the chain for me, I guess. True that, Tina, true. What, Shayna? I'm just being honest. Emma doesn't know what a cheesesteak is? Oh, I could really go for a cheesesteak right now. That actually sounds so good. I'll have to just settle for my cold pizza. Emma, let him finish. He's... I'm gonna say puppies have sharp little needle teeth. It's just part of the game. I mean, everyone on the show seemed to be really good actors. because none of them act, in at least in interviews, the way their characters do at all. Like Matt Smith is a completely different person, Fabian Frankel is a completely different person, Emma Darcy, Olivia Cook. I don't remember the actors' names for Aegon and Aemon, but they also seem just like really chummy, nice people, even though they play like the most serious, or I guess not Aegon, but like Aemon plays like, you know, one of the most serious and intense people on the show, and it's not like that at all. No. There's another gnat. Where are they coming from? I think they're drawn in by the pizza. You took the sword? Hell yeah. Ian Mitchell, that's right. Isn't Aegon like Tom Glenn Carney? I think that's his name. I forget. I have seen Good Omens. I've been watching that with my boyfriend. He was the one who got me into it. I don't think we finished season 2. But it is so unbearably funny. I really, really love it. And I agree, David Tennant and Matt Smith do have a very similar energy, which is funny because they both played Doctor Who. Oh, Shayna, I think it totally fits him. Specifically a Targaryen character to have, like, no eyebrows, considering they have, like, the silver blonde hair. I think it super fits. It's just always distracted me, because he used to have eyebrows. I'm like, if I ever met him, it's probably incredibly rude to ask, and he'd have every right to tell me to fuck off, but I would have to ask him. I'm like, so, like, where did they go? Like, what happened exactly? It's probably like a medical condition that is like, again, it's probably super rude to ask, but I don't know if I'd be able to help myself. And yes, they seem like good old British boys. Is Las Vegas expensive to live in? It used to not be. It's getting more expensive. It's still not too bad, though. Excuse me. It's still not too bad. Emma does seem pretty cool. Have I ever dated an actor? No. I don't know if I could. I mean, I guess I don't see why I couldn't. I was gonna say, like, oh, the long distance. They'd be so far away from you for such long periods of time. Oh, come on. Hold on. It blocked my stream. Come on. Celebrity hall pass? Again, I'm in an open relationship. I have a hall pass for anyone. And so does he. But, I mean, yeah, if there was a celebrity that wanted to mess with either of us, the hell yeah, we'd be telling each other the story. We'd be taking pictures and being like, look what happened. This was so awesome. Sorry, it was blocking my stream because I was trying to stream something else. I'm not allowed to As I suspected. I still get over the fact that they have black Targaryens. Well, they're not Targaryens. They're Valyrian of Valyrian descent. And it's a different, family, the Velaryons. And I don't know. I think it's really cool. I love seeing the black actors with like the white dreads and different black hairstyles and everything. I think it looks really, really cool. Will I watch Rings of Power Season 2? I don't know. I really disliked that first season. Maybe I should. I mean, I feel like most of the shows I watch on the channel are basically only shows where I'm like, oh, I love this so much. This is so great. Which maybe that gets a little boring. So maybe I should like watch a show that I'm not the biggest fan of. Yes, we're very open, Shayna. Well, so far that has not happened. But we actually have had a conversation about that, Shayna, where we both agreed if we do ever meet someone where we're like, wow, I actually like this person so much more, and I could picture my life being so much better with this person, like we'd have a conversation about it, and we would move on with a new person if that was really what we wanted to do. As much as it would hurt and it wouldn't be a fun conversation or situation, we want each other to be happy, so whatever that means. And yeah, inflation is insane. It's definitely not as cheap as it used to be. It really sucks. He didn't want to date you because he thought he would cheat on you? But he doesn't want an open relationship. Like, how does that make any sense? Like, what? You're like, oh, you're worried about cheating? Let's just be open then, so you can screw around with other people. It won't be an issue. And he's like, no. Like, what? And yeah, I hate watching can be fun. I do worry about, I don't know, like shitting on a show that other people are enjoying, because I don't like ruining other people's good times. But at the same time, I should be able to say what I want to say, and it shouldn't affect someone else's opinion on it. And if they don't like watching me shit on the show that they like, then, go watch another video, I guess. Yeah, life is painful, Shayna. The older I get, the more I realize, like, sometimes life just kind of hurts. But there's always a way to get through it. There's always a reason to keep on going. Some way, somehow. But it would also hurt me very deeply, because I am also a jealous type. And a polyamorous relationship is not off the table at all, Larion. That is 100% a possibility. Sorry, I was like really getting into that pizza. I've had a threesome with a poly couple. Ooh. Let's go, babe. Someone's at my door. I'm gonna pretend like I'm not home because I don't want to answer the door. I need to borrow your car because that's where my life is headed. Not letting anyone borrow my new car, okay? The thing is my baby. And I named my car Melis after the dragon for our late Melis. Because, again, she's sleek, she's red, and hopefully lives to a ripe old age. But also hopefully does not come to the same end. Oh, the cat. Guy wanted to cheat, but he hated the idea of me being with someone else. What a selfish little prick. That's so annoying. I knew he would refuse it, because I knew he just wanted control. Yeah, well, screw him. You're better off without. In my experience, long-distance relationships are just too much. It's hard. Oh, it's hard. Believe me, there are some times I feel like I can't do it. But there's other times where it is super worth it because I am so in love and I've never felt that way before, so it's nice. And yes, long live Melis. There's it's embarrassing, but there's sometimes when I'm driving the car and like someone cuts me off and I'll sit there and be like, Ankos Melis. Attack. I really like the new car. And yes, her name is Melis. If you don't like cats like that, it's because you haven't met the right cats. Some of them are just so sweet. Sometimes annoying little shits, but so sweet. What's my love language? Words of affirmation is probably like the biggest one for me. For someone to praise me for doing like a good job at something, or just like praise in general, I eat that shit up. I absolutely love it. It makes me embarrassed and shy, but I eat it up. I love it. What is your fave fantasy movie and show? Well, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't Harry Potter for the movies. J.K. Rowling might be a terrible fucking person who I can't stand and don't want to support in any way, shape, or form nowadays, but she cannot take away like how much I love those movies and enjoyed those original books. And at the time, it seemed like she was not a horrible, hateful bigot. There's some things in there that I can see why people are like, ooh, there were hints about it. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. The anti-Jewish thing, I still feel like could be slightly over misread by people. I never, even on rereading the books, I'm like, it doesn't seem as overtly about that as I think some people might suggest. But it's definitely there. But those movies have a special place in my heart that I don't think will ever go away. And the people that worked on those movies have pretty much all openly denounced J.K. Rowling as a terrible transphobe, so I can happily watch those movies. And I already own them, so it's not like I'm giving her more money to watch them or anything. But as for show, ooh, I don't know. House of the Dragon might be a strong contender for that, honestly. I'll need to see how it continues and plays out. It's still kind of early in the game, so... Oh, I really don't know. I'll just say House of the Dragon for now, because I can't think of another one like right off the top of my head. I watch a lot more like sci-fis or dramas than like straight up fantasy shows. A lot of fantasy shows I think are quite bad. I do need to watch Wheel of Time. I've had some people suggest it. Some people who say it's terrible and some people who say it's really good. So I'll need to check that out. Oh, thank you, Shayna. I appreciate you. And my mom is sick right now. It's her birthday tomorrow, so send your birthday wishes. I was supposed to be going to visit her today, but she's like, I'm very sick. I don't want to get you sick, so just stay home. That's actually why I was able to do the stream today. Otherwise, I would have been having this next week instead. But yeah, she's doing okay. She's just sick right now. But she'll be feeling better soon, I'm sure. Yeah, they definitely can be. You're allergic to both cats and dogs. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Wish I could have a dog sanctuary, but my health would probably hate me for it. It probably would. Like, it's okay. Harry Potter over Lord of the Rings? Yeah. I have a very special place in my heart for the Lord of the Rings films as well. But I would be lying if I said I liked them more than Harry Potter. Harry Potter is just... I cannot get enough of that original, like, 8 movies. So good. Like, that was just me and my mom's thing. We absolutely loved it. Still do. And we both equally hate J.K. Rowling now, so... It's wild what time can do. Me too. Thank you, Shayna. Oh, I used to watch Charmed with my mom when I was younger. I was too young to, like, get into it or understand what was really going on. But I do remember watching it. It's okay. Started and gave up after a while. Yeah. I hear a lot of people say that as well. So I'm like, maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. I'm still deciding. I really need to shave. I can feel these, like, itching my lips. This is bugging me. Charmed was fun back then, but watching it now is it's just because it's very dated. Yeah. I mean, that's the case with a lot of things, though. Some things just don't age super well. Agreed, Aubrey. If it was the exact same and it just had a different author who didn't suck nowadays, everything would be great. But unfortunately, she does. And she just keeps doubling down on it. Like, she could just accept her winnings at this point and shut up and let things just cool down and blow over and still hold her same hateful, shitty opinions. But she just can't help herself from speaking out more and more and saying, no, I really hate trans people. It's like, dude, what is wrong with you? I can't stand her. She drives me insane. She's her own worst enemy. Wheel of Time is clearly just a weirder Lord of the Rings. I mean, I can get into that. Like, so many things just reminded me of that storyline, but it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. Met your boyfriend organically or through an app? We met online. I wrote a story that he read, and he emailed me. We started talking, and things just naturally kind of happened, I guess. It took a lot of time. Hey. Watch. I should read the books. I've heard almost everyone say the Wheel of Time book series is just fantastic. Not only she's a terrible person, she's just so awful at the world building beyond surface level. I don't completely agree. I think her world building is quite good. And I think she chose not to go super in depth on some of it just for the sake of letting people's imagination kind of run free. Like, in my D&D campaign that takes place in like the Harry Potter universe, I've kind of enjoyed the ambiguity of that because it gives me a chance to stretch my, my creative senses and coming up with the nuances of how that stuff actually works. And so I kind of enjoy her level of it. Discovery of Witches is pretty great. I have not heard of that. Just can't find anywhere to watch it, so my boyfriend has a mission to find me a DVD set. Oh, that's too bad. Agreed, Shayna. We do all need that in our lives. And it doesn't need to be like a romantic partner all the time. Just having people in your life that make you happy. Family, friends, coworkers who you're close with. Like, all of that is super important. Have you seen Lost Girl? Is it anything like Gone Girl? You have a bisexual succubus who dated either a lesbian doctor or a werewolf. It's kind of goth, I would say, and just fun. Interesting. It does sound fun. That's kind of a wild description of it, but that sounds fun. Here, let me look that up, actually. Oh, wait, is it a CW show? I just can't get into CW, man. Maybe it's not? I can't tell. So it's only 5 seasons. It's a little bit older. It was a CW show, so I don't know. CW has just snubbed me so many times on shows that I think could have been really, really good and then just ended up not being great. I might have to give it a look-see though. D&D seems so interesting to me, like the character creation and lore aspect, but I don't think I'd enjoy the tabletop gameplay. I think you would. Not gonna lie, I think you would. A lot of people say, I don't think I'm gonna enjoy like a tabletop game where I just have to imagine everything. But then when you actually start playing with your friends and get into it, like, it is such a fun time. You're just all laughing and getting into your characters and getting into the story and the suspense of it all. I think you would enjoy it if you gave it a shot. But you have to do it with people you really enjoy being around. You can't just do it with like a bunch of strangers. And it's difficult to set it up. You know, everyone's schedules have to line up and it can be a little tough. Are you in a D&D campaign right now? We took a very long pause. We haven't played in close to a year now, but we are going to continue. One of our players moved to Seattle to be with his girlfriend, but they're both gonna be joining our campaign. We're just gonna do it like over Discord. So we're just trying to figure out scheduling stuff right now, but we are gonna start again. And yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one who has a slight issue with CW. There have been some shows that I really liked on CW, but objectively looking at even those shows, I'm like, yeah, they're not great. Like, Smallville is one where, like, I love Smallville. That holds a strong piece of nostalgia of my childhood, but it's just not a great show. Like, it has a lot of issues. Discovery of Witches is basically about a witch who had a shocking amount of power and can time travel, and she falls in love with a vampire, which is forbidden. If you can time travel, like, nothing is forbidden. I'd be like, I'd do what I want. I can go wherever the hell I want. Do whatever the fuck. Go ahead and try to tell me what is forbidden and what's not. I'll just go to the different time. I'll go live with the dinosaurs for all I care. Yeah. What were we talking about before we got into D&D and new shows? feel like I skipped something. I didn't realize Last Girl was CW. You also have gods in the show. Interesting. A lot of super interesting love stories. Truly underrated. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Arrow and The Flash were my shows till I got CW'd, meaning they screwed the show up. Yeah, pretty much. Flash, I only lasted like 2 seasons on, and then I was like, I'm out, man. Like, I just can't get into this. Arrow, I think I watched 4 seasons of I don't remember how many, but even there I was just like, I feel like we're going in circles now. Do I have a Twitter? I do, but it's where I post my artwork that I'm not allowed to talk about here on YouTube. I can't even say what the artwork is, otherwise they demonetize my video. So, that's all I can say. Someone that watched the entire Arrowverse, I understand. Yeah. Black Lightning started off super strong, but fumbled so bad. I never actually started that. I remember you guys told me to start watching it. And I did not end up like getting it. I think I watched the first 20 minutes of the first episode or something, got sidetracked with something else, and I just never returned. Nope, I cannot give the name of the page. I apologize. I think some people in this chat might know what it is, so if any of them want to give it up, they're allowed to. Smallville is so good. It's not though. Like, I love it to death. I'm rewatching it with my boyfriend now because I love the show, and some of the acting on the show is genuinely really good. But the writing of it is just so soap opera-y sometimes that it gets really frustrating, and as the show continues towards the later seasons, it really started to drop off, as the CW show usually does. And yes, I agree. Henry and Tom can share first place for Superman. You feel excited about Euphoria coming back? I'm really mixed on it. I'm rewatching that currently with my boyfriend as well because he's never seen it. Hasn't seen a lot of the things that I have. We have very different interests. I don't know. Like, I still liked season 2 enough to warrant another season. But with all the controversy with Drake at this point and with the showrunner, it's kind of weird. I don't even know the extent of the controversy with the showrunner. What's his name? Sam Livington? What? If anyone knows his name, please help me out. It's also been so long since the last season. I don't know if my interest or anyone else's interest is going to really be there for it when it comes back, because they're only going to start filming it, I think, either the end of this year or something, or they're starting to film it next year, which means the show actually won't come out until like late next year or 2026, which at that point I'm like, dude, just let it go. Like, I don't know. But I do want to know what happens with Rue. I find her storyline is incredibly engaging and real, so I don't know. I'm mixed on it. If they put it out, I'll watch it. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of mixed on it. And yes, I agree. Give me Stranger Things already. That's another show I've been waiting very patiently for that last season on. But that little behind-the-scenes video that they just revealed got me super pumped for it again. I am very excited. I don't know if we're supposed to be boycotting it because of Noah Schnapp. I want to say that those issues were put to bed because it was a little blown out of proportion, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not 100% actually. Have I seen Orphan Black? I have seen some of it, yes. It's getting a remake? Interesting. Sam Levinson. Thank you, Shayna. Smallville is so fun. Yes, I would agree with you there, Tina. It's a very fun show. Now have a pod. I've been loving their podcast. I've been watching that podcast like crazy. Getting the behind the scenes info on how the show was made and everything has like really made my day. I'm still standing on the fact Lexi was messy for doing that play. She was so in the right for doing that, because everyone else on that show, they are the messy ones, and she exposed their asses, and I'm I'm with her 100%. I'm sorry. I love that she did that. Dead wrong, maybe, but I support her all the way. I think that they should leave it alone, and Zendaya is too busy for this messy show now. Is she? I haven't seen her do too terribly much. Like, I know she just had a movie that dropped fairly recently that I still haven't seen, actually. But, I don't know. I feel like she'd have time for it. She seems to do really great work on the show. Does your boyfriend know that one of the biggest... I am not one of the biggest YouTubers. And yes, he knows. He is also a YouTuber. His channel's a little bit smaller than mine, but it's quickly growing. And no, I will not give it to you, because that will give away who it is. And like I said, he's very private. Behind the scenes of Stranger Things, my show. No Schnapp had said something about Zionism is sexy, like during the whole Palestinian-Israeli conflict, which was very poor taste, but I want to say it was supposed to just be a joke that was, like, again, blown out of proportion to a pretty big degree, because it was just very insensitive. But maybe not. Like, I actually don't know. Tatiana was best. Too bad She-Hulk ruined her. I don't think it ruined her, or at least I hope it didn't, because she was really good in that role. That show was just not very good, unfortunately. I wanted it to be really good. Is Challengers a show or a movie, Thiago? How are we feeling about Agatha all along? I don't know. Here's one thing. This might come across as very insensitive, but as a gay man, I feel like I'm the one person who might be able to get away with saying this. Wiccan in that show seems to be very, very femme, which I'm not against gay men being very feminine, but that is not at all how he's depicted in the comics. And I don't know if I like the way he's being portrayed there. I'll watch the show and I'll find out myself, but that trailer got me excited for some things, but it got me really, really worried about Wiccan in particular, because he is my second favorite superhero of all time. Like, I see myself in Wiccan an insane amount for some pretty obvious reasons. Like, I was telling you all many times, like, I wanted to play that character. I wanted to be the one playing Wiccan in that show, and for, the Marvel Universe. But, I don't know. I'm really iffy on how he's being portrayed in that. Zendaya has a lot of things on the back burner that we don't know about. I believe that. I mean, she's an incredibly good actor, so I could see her doing some pretty insane things. Oh, you're not a huge fan of Zendaya. I think she's very good. Orphan Black echoes with Kristen. Ooh, with Kristen Ritter. I love Kristen Ritter. I feel like She-Hulk got the image of having the MCU treatment with the humor, but that's mostly of what She-Hulk is in the comics. The humor was not what I took issue with in that show. It was that it didn't seem to know what it wanted to do. I was very much looking forward to a crime room drama show with lots of comedy and fourth wall breaking and everything like the comics are. And then the show was like, oh, it's a it's like a dramedy about her dating life, and now it's a crime drama, and now it's like a little action show, and now it's this, and now it's that, and I'm like, we need focus here. There is no focus to this show. It just seemed really sloppy to me. Challengers is a movie. Okay, that's the one that I saw like a trailer for it, and it looked really good. Any advice for someone who wants to start streaming on YouTube? Not me, Moto Friend, but I'm fully supporting him. I think my best advice is to just do what you find fun, and eventually your audience will come to you. Like, if you have fun doing what I'm doing right now, just sitting down and talking with people, then just do that. If you enjoy playing video games, do that. If it's like breaking down TV shows or movies, do that. You're like, just do what you like to do, basically. I agree, Aubrey. I would like the drama to be at the forefront of a lot of the X-Men projects. Deadpool and Wolverine does look pretty good. I'm actually pretty excited for it. It looks like it could be a genuinely fun movie, which I could use a good fun movie at this point. It's been a minute. Marvel in general, though, has been like really letting me down here lately. There's not a whole lot of Marvel that I even really want to watch. Because the last couple projects, they're like even more than a couple projects, they just haven't really done it for me. And yeah, seeing Wolverine in the like comics accurate costume is pretty cool. I like it. Oh, Loki season 2 was fucking good, dude. I'm a little sad that my mental health was so bad during that show, because I would have loved to have done some videos and reactions to that second season. I absolutely loved Loki season 2. You didn't like the second Deadpool? Interesting. I did like the second Deadpool. I thought it was pretty good. Ugh. I can't even look at politics anymore. It just makes me sad. Again, it doesn't help my mental health seeing what's going on with the political leaders of the world. And that doesn't even go for just our country. Other countries too. I'm just like, what in God's name is going on, man? It is not a touchscreen vape. It just has a little display on the side that tells you how much is left. Hope you give the new one a chance. It was too much jokes for me. I wanted something a little different. I mean, when it comes to Deadpool, that's what I'm looking for. I just want it to be funny and fun. When I'm watching something else, I want there to be, you know, perhaps a little bit more substance to it. But Deadpool is, I don't want to say brain dead fun, because it still has decent themes and writing in it. But it's very relaxed, you know? Like, you're there to have a good time and poke fun at things. And it's perfectly acceptable to have your expectations very low, because then, if it exceeds your expectations, great. And if it doesn't, well, you were prepared for it. Just curious on where the MCU is going. I am too. I honestly feel like they could use a break right now. Just take like a year or two off. Just really figure out what the direction of the whole MCU is supposed to be at this point, and then start making movies again. Because right now it's just kind of doing whatever, and it's just a bit much, you know? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily agree, Shayna. I feel like there is a point to both the first and the second movie. It's just smaller stakes points, I guess. Like, the first one is stop the bad guy, save the girlfriend, essentially. And then the second one was stop the not completely bad guy from, you know, killing who is at the current moment an innocent child and give him a little character arc, which they did. So I feel like there's a point. It's just, you know, it's a very minor one. Leave the World Behind. I have not heard of that one. Agreed, Shayna. They went way too fast. They're like, let's do this and that and this and that and this and that. Why are people not watching this? What's going on? And they're just trying to do too much all at once. Like, just focus in a little bit. Don't even remember what the second movie was about. So, kid, right? Yeah, there's a kid that Cable is trying to kill because in the future he is terrible, and Deadpool is trying to stop him from killing who is currently an innocent kid. Thought this year was going to be that. Other than Deadpool, there's no MCU movies that came out. True, but again, there's still like, we're going to do this show, and we're going to do that show, and we have plans for these movies and this movie, and it's like, just at this point, just cancel everything. Like, that sounds really extreme, but I think that would genuinely benefit it. Just cancel everything, start over from scratch. Like, what main comic book storyline are we trying to tell here? Let's start making that now, and then come up with your movies and projects and everything that you want to do, because this haphazard multiverse stuff they've been doing just isn't working. I do want to see Scarlet Witch again, too. I think everyone loves Scarlet Witch. She's just so fucking awesome. Deadpool 2 kind of tripped me out. I feel like somewhere in the early drafts, Cable was supposed to be Bishop with the whole taking out a kid storyline. That's actually quite possible. And yeah, Cable and Bishop are very, very similar in a lot of ways. I do prefer Cable as a character. I think Cable is really cool. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? I still don't even really understand what the new movie's storyline is about. The trailers have not made it clear to me. They just say he has to save all of his friends who are, I guess, gone. Like, I don't really know what it's about. Julia Roberts, Mahershala Ali, and Ethan Hawke. You have no clue what's going on basically almost the entire movie. So dark. Oh, I miss watching Dark. Or I miss watching new episodes of Dark and finding out more to that mystery. It's still my favorite show. That was such a good show. Come on, Shayna, go finish it. I promise, all your questions will be answered. It will all make sense. It will have such a feeling of completion for you by the end. I never even started 1877. I really should have. I don't know why. I probably just didn't want it to not be as good as Dark, which, from what I've been told, it's not. Does anyone listen to Jungle? And have they heard the new album, Volcano? I say new, it's not that new at this point, but I cannot stop listening to it on repeat. It is so good. And yes, I'm listening to it right now. And no, I cannot put it on the stream, otherwise they will punish me for it. Has dark elements for sure. It's trippy. Maybe I should watch it. I don't know. If I do, I probably want to do it for the channel. Just for all the fans that started watching my channel because of Dark. Do I like Sabrina Carpenter? I feel like I've been asked this before, but I don't remember who that is. What have I seen her in? Wait, so she's a singer and an actor? I'll listen to one of her songs right now. Let's find out. You definitely should, Tina. Jungle is like... Oh, I don't even know how to describe the style, actually. I'll look up what it's supposed to be. So it says funk, dance music, neo-soul, disco. That sounds about right. It's a very unique sound. I really, really like Jungle. Never seen a single episode of Lost, and you're missing absolutely nothing. I cannot stand that show. Cannot stand it. If you want to be disappointed by a show because it never answers anything, that's the show for you. I could not stand Lost. I just was listening to Espresso right then, and I'm like, it's okay. It's very poppy, which I don't dislike, but it's all right. From? I have not seen that, no. I'll listen to more of Sabrina Carpenter when I'm not streaming Larian. We'll see, we'll see. Like I said, I thought it was alright. Have you seen Man in the High Castle? I did. My boyfriend is the one who showed me that, actually. And what a fantastic show. What a terrible ending. I hated the ending of that show, but everything leading up to it, really, really good. It was a absolutely great show with just a really bad ending. Oh, the Back on 74, Shayna? Yeah, that's a super popular song for them right now. And it's a damn good one, but it is certainly not their best. Espresso by Twice. Is that what Sabrina Carpenter's like artist name was? I just typed up Sabrina Carpenter. What's up, William? You would love it. No, I've seen it. In 2 weeks, I'm alone the whole weekend, so it might be a good idea to watch Dark. Do it, do it, do it, do it! Please do. It's definitely a bit bigger wave of pop right now, especially with Chappelle Roan. That's actually something that's on my list to watch, or to listen to, is Chappelle Roan. Have you seen Hannibal? Yes, but I fell off of it. I think I watched the first 2 seasons. Yeah, honestly. What is their best song? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I would say it's their best song, but everyone in this stream, I can't stream it for you. I'll get really screwed over by YouTube. Just right now, real quick, search up Jungle Holding On. It is like one of the sexiest songs and sexiest music videos I have ever seen. I love it. It's probably one of their more pop-like songs, I would say, for Jungle, but it's so good. Like I'm listening to it right now. Actually, I have to. It makes me feel like a bad bitch every time I listen to it. Jungle Holding On. And please don't just listen to the song, watch the music video for it as well, because it is just... mwah. It is not very indicative of what the rest of their music sounds like, though. I would say it's fairly different than most of their other stuff, actually. Oh, twice the K-pop girl group. And yes, everyone should watch Dark. Everyone. Shayna. From, okay. I'm gonna write it down, actually. From. 100% hated the ending of Man in the High Castle as well. It was like they have not thought of how to finish it. Yeah, it seemed to me like they just didn't know how to end it and just kind of went with something really ambiguous. I did not like the ending. And yes, it is very different from 74. Get down. Watch mostly rock and metal. Rock and metal's good. Oh, nice. It's always good to keep learning new skills as we get older. Tell me seriously what you wanting more. Okay. Here. I'll look up the trailer right now. Take a look. I'm watching the trailer right now. So what, are they like stuck in this small town, or... Have you seen, and what do you think about Sense8? Oh, I've talked about Sense8 before a bunch. I love Sense8. I was really sad that it got canceled. And then they came right back. Ooh. Okay, I'm already interested in this show. I need to check this out. Hey, Andres. Whoa. Okay, I'm already hooked. I want to watch the show. Might have to wait a little bit though, just because again I got to do Interview with the Vampire and potentially a little bit more of The Leftovers. So what happens after dark? You're just telling me I can't go out after... Oh! Megan, you stupid, dumb little... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I have to watch this. What? That looks creepy as hell, dude. Megan kind of deserved to die, though, is all I'll say right there. I sure would believe in monsters after all that. What the hell? Okay, I kind of want to watch that. I want to watch it. I hope it has a satisfying ending with, like, you know, an explanation as to what's going on there, but that looks very intriguing. Leftovers is my top 10, but From is at least 1 or 2 of all time. Really? Okay. I would say first season of Sense8 is one of my all-time fave things ever. I did really, really like that first season in particular. Yeah, I rewatched it all with my boyfriend as well, just because it was another thing he had never seen, and I wasn't sure if he would like it, because it is so different than the normal things that he watches, but he ended up really enjoying it. Oh, it's okay, Tina. You get some sleep. Thank you for joining in. Has 2 seasons already, not a lot of answers, just telling you now. Season 1 is going to leave you on a huge cliffhanger. Well, just gives me a reason to keep watching, I suppose. But yeah, that looks really good. Just not sure where I'm going to fit it in to watch for the channel, because that's one I want to watch for the channel, for sure. I feel like that's part of the issue with streaming nowadays. Like, there's no shortage of content to the point where I'm like, how is anyone supposed to keep up with all this stuff, man? There's so much you have to watch. Too much. Some of it's great, some of it's not. By the way, I got about 15 more minutes before I'm going to call it on this stream. I'm trying to keep my streams to an even 2 hours from now on. Just before I would have my streams, sometimes it would last like 6-7 hours, and it's just a little too much. Because I want to see a reaction for it. And yeah, I feel like that would be a good show to react to. I mean, the trailer had me hooked. Just, like, one of the scariest concepts in the world to me is sort of Eldritch-style horrors that you can't escape from. Like, them trying to leave this town, and no matter what direction they go, they just keep coming back to it. I'm like, that's so terrifying to me. So that hooked me, like, right away. And I hate some of the characters for damn sure. I would imagine so. Every good show's got to have some characters that you hate, though. I'm rewatching all of Game of Thrones with my boyfriend, because, again, he has not seen it, and he's getting the experience of, like, loving to hate Cersei and Joffrey and everything, which is fun to watch him react to. And yeah, that little girl Megan, I already hate her. I'm like, some creepy lady says, please let me into your house. Be like, absolutely not. No. If you open that window, you deserve to die. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? We're already on season 3 of Game of Thrones. Yeah, he watches, like, lots of documentaries and, like historical kind of things. He's really, really big on history. So there's a lot of like fantasy or sci-fi television, aside from Star Trek, that he has not seen at all. Which is, I've really loved showing him new stuff. And he's shown me a lot of new stuff. I got into Star Trek and absolutely adore it now, thanks to him. Yeah, the whole waiting multiple years for new seasons is really starting to grate on me. I realize it's tough to get around that problem, but it's tough on the actors to live with years in between work like that. And it's so hard to maintain your like excitement for a show when you go years and years without it, and sometimes you straight up forget that it even exists. I've been conflicted for so long. I wanted to hate her, but she was just so entertaining. That's how I feel about Cersei as well. He can't stand her, but I'm like, he hasn't gotten to some of the more nuanced stuff with her either. Megan's only the first episode. Well, good. She deserves to not live beyond that first episode. Why in the hell would you open the window for that creepy old lady? Absolutely not. Yep. See, you gotta wait so long. She's a child, and she's a dumb child, okay? I'm telling you right now, when I was a child, if some creepy lady was standing in front of my window and said, "Won't you please let me in?" I'd be like, Mom, please come here. I'm freaking the hell out. I would run. I would run away from that window as fast as I could to go find my mother or my dad or whatever. And they would be able to at least give me the good sense of like, no, let's not open your window. You're going to stay out of that room now. You're going to come over here and sleep with us. Like, she deserved it. She deserved it. It sounds like that Severance show, being permanently trapped in your office building. Is that what Severance is about? I don't know anything about Severance. I only recently just started the books, and her chapters are so disturbing to me. Yeah, they really, really are. She has a twisted way of viewing the world, but in a way a slightly sympathetic one, sort of. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I mean, I've read the books. And yet, Shayna, she did not teach. Her mom did not teach her right. Stranger danger, absolutely. Especially when you're given one fucking rule. Like, at nighttime, you don't leave your house. Close the windows. Keep to your own business. Like, no. Sorry, Megan. Survival of the fittest. Evolution took you. Just to stop the feeling. I won't go too deep just in case anyone in chat wants to read them, but the whole scene with her and Taina and Cersei almost like, oh, yeah. That was a lot, yeah. Megan, it didn't learn anything. She won't learn anything for the rest of her life. Her lessons ended that night. She made her last mistake. Damn. It has been very fun coming back on stream with everyone again. I do apologize for the long breaks and everything that I was taking. But again, I had an undiagnosed mental issue that was really, really messing me up, but I have now since taken care of that, or am, taking care of that. And it's always fun coming on stream with you guys. Well, the town learned from her. Yeah, I guess that's true. They certainly did. Yeah, I'm excited for that show, actually. I'm very excited. I love a good horror style show or movie. That's one thing my boyfriend, I cannot get him into. He does not like horror related things. One, because he finds supernatural stuff kind of stupid. Like, he just can't suspend his disbelief long enough to get into it, because he's very much like, I don't believe in ghosts and all that kind of stuff. And he also is one of those people who doesn't like to be scared, which is understandable. I love being scared. Like, getting that adrenaline rush from getting terrified by something. I absolutely love it. This has been fun, Savage. I still got about 5 more minutes. If anyone wants to discuss anything in particular before I have to head out. And thank you, Andres. I don't like horror at all, but this show I can watch. The show got me sometimes, but he might not like it. But for you, for sure, will, because it's all a mystery. I mean, I'm always into a good mystery. He is too. He might enjoy that one. I'll make him watch it. Be like, I don't care if you don't like it, we're watching it. There have been a couple shows that I've shown him, knowing full well he probably won't enjoy it, and I'm like, well, too bad, you're gonna watch it anyways. And in some cases he changed his mind and was like, you know what, that actually was good. And in some cases he did not. Is what it is. And yeah, we just watch shows through Discord and stuff. But yeah, like I said, anything in particular you guys want to talk about or say just before we wrap it all up, lay it on me. I beg people to watch this show, and they've binged every season. It'll be tough for me to not binge it, actually. I'm pretty good about not binging shows. Like, I'm very much a watch one episode a week kind of person, so I can process and get into it and everything, or at least have a few days in between. Are you excited to see Amanda Collin in Hot D? I am. I did not recognize her at first. Seeing her with hair was really weird. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, knowing that she's going to be in the show is very nice. Again, I've read the book, so I don't see her being in the show all that much, just because that character isn't like a super, super important one. But if they cast her in the role, I feel like they might be giving her a little bit more to do. Same way they've been giving Alan more to do. And yeah, it's always lovely to see Mother and Father again. How often will you do lives? I want to start doing them once a week. So every Sunday at 1 o'clock my time. So just like this. Next week, I have to take my car into the shop to take care of just like a couple little issues I have with it. Again, just to make it pristine perfect like I want it to be. But I should still be able to do the live at this time. I shouldn't have an issue. Because even if they finish the car like in the middle of the stream, I can always just go pick it up right after. Right, Shayna? That she looks so different with like the dark brown hair and everything. But as soon as I was editing, something about her face like made me do a double take. I was like, wait a second. I think I know who that is. And then there's a moment in that scene where she smiles, and I was like, oh my god, it's Amanda Collin. She's so good. Like, she's such a good actor. And it's also weird to hear her using her normal accent. Just because, again, Mother was such an American-sounding character. And yeah, Alan is father. And yes, he is a very logical person. He is the Vulcan in our relationship, 100%. He's my Spock, I am his Kirk. I feel like he's inadvertently made me a much smarter person, or at least pointed out that I'm not as smart as I think I am, which sounds bad, but honestly it's not. What does the rest of my day look like? I'm probably going to be hanging out with him for a little bit, because he's also in the middle of doing something right now. And then I'll be watching some more Hot D. Catch that new episode, and I'll start editing and doing all my stuff tonight. Hopefully have the episode out before I have to go do my massage and everything tomorrow. Again, I have to go do my massage. What a troubled, horrible life I live. But I've been pretty good about getting the episodes out every Monday, so I want to keep doing that. Sometimes the editing process is just like so rigorous. It's hard to do that for like hours and hours at a time. And I will tell him that you all say hi. And yeah, I could really use this massage myself. I've been having a lot of stress in my life lately that I'm glad they're going to be able to work out for me. I got a dentist appointment on Tuesday that I am not looking forward to because I've been very bad and have not been to the dentist in a long time. I did get x-rays and everything done, and they said no cavities, no major issues, but, you know, got a lot of tartar that we're going to have to chip away, so that's going to be real fun. Is what it is, though. Gotta get it done. And thank you, Andres. I hope you all have a wonderful day today. I'm going to go ahead and take off now. Oh, what did I used to have my outro be? Whether it be, you know, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it might be for you all. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And that is about it.